that bear? Which I rarely get to see. I never see a bear up here. I know there's a couple up here. Look at the size, you guys. That is bigger than my footprint right there. But I think it's a bear. I'm telling you, I could put my whole foot in that. It doesn't look like it, but what's he doing here? I think get out here. Look at the road. I gotta make a real decision here. It's not a matter of, I think when I get to where I'm going, I'll be okay. Yeah, you got front paws, back. I think that's a bear, you guys. What is that? I mean, look at this one. I mean, it's huge. Look at the size of that print. I got toe there. Yeah, I think it's a bear. I think it's a bear. These guys don't make footprints like that very often. I wouldn't have found it that easy. This is interesting in here, though. Wow, I just go right up here. Guys, I might just walk right up here. Look at this trail. It goes right up. It's the exact forest I want. This isn't what I wanted to do today, though. I got my trail marker. Look at this. Nice marker here. Ooh, I like that. This is right up, that's kind of above where I just saw the predator. I saw like a predator dude moving. You got structures there. Interesting. More footprints here. If a car comes, they're going to be like, what are you doing? Because I'm right in the middle of the road. Because I just want to get an idea. I love the way this forest looks right now. I just want to get an idea. So you guys, what about the picture of the bird? I'll put it in here. I've been telling you for years, and I have it on the camera 60 times, 70, 80 times. And it's happened to me hundreds, where I'm in the middle of the Bigfoot world on their seats, and the birds will come in, and they whistle, and they land next to me, and they go crazy, right? I've been telling you it's them, and they use the birds. Well, now, I think most of you believe me, because you've seen it so many times. But now, I have the visual proof. Literally, you can see him using the bird, basically. And I'll put that picture in. You'll be seeing that picture a lot because I'm so happy with it. I don't care. Thanks. That was actually Brian Summer. Thank you, Brian. That about it. Whistle, whistle. You guys, look. This is where I'm parked. Okay. We're not talking about regular power lines. We're talking about power lines that handle most of Colorado. Okay. Like, these are out of control. You can hear. You won't be able to hear on the camera. If you listen, just like the electric going through. It's crazy the amount of electric going through there. That is not the way you want to catch a buzz. Guys, I found a hidden Bigfoot world. I really didn't think. I swear I came in here, like I walked behind the X for a mile knowing not to come back because I'm going to get zapped. Like I did back in that other one, because I found this loner dude way back there. I'm almost sure. It seemed like he was alone anyway. And boy, was he with me. Like, that was crazy. Some of you remember that. I got to go this way. You know how I got to do it here? Because, guys, they have these like little tiny like mini transitions inside the world, and they're all together, but these dudes are big. And they just want that little bit of separation for their spots. I got these spots everywhere. Look. Where was that? Look at that. But close to me is insane. Like, this is a great little spot. I'm changing the battery. I'm like, you guys, I am so happy. This is amazing. I swear to this, even though I don't believe it, because that part of my brain is still too human, that they sense every emotion that you have. So if you're sad, if you're glad, if you're mad, if you're happy, they know. Just trust me, they know. I don't even trust myself, but just trust me on that one. Because they just know. There's too many responses throughout the years to the different emotions. Especially when you're sad. They don't like when you're sad. Look at this, you guys. How do I not come here first? I'll show you that structure, but look around real carefully. Like, so far I'm remembering just sort of keep the camera steady. Check this out. Oh, look at this secret spot. You could never see this. Why can't you see this from the trail? I mean, it's not a human trail or anything, but they know someone could walk down that trail one day. Look at that, you guys. It's a freaking trident at the top. Okay? Now let's not forget, I told Brandon, like, he knows, but let's not forget who discovered the tridents, okay? Let's give credit where credit's due. I'm just teasing. Look at that. And if that's not good enough for you, like, you know, you always do the backup, you know, because our brains are too simple to be just immediately to believe stuff, you know, so we got to do, me too. I want backup. I want to see more at these spots, and there it is, a beautiful X. It's absolutely beautiful, leaning on some kind of a trident tree. And then I noticed they got the fences out here. This guy's just chilling right here. Look at the fence. Look how many different trees just happen to be together that didn't grow there under this. Are you kidding me? This is real. Can you believe that? I don't expect this to blow your minds away today, but this is really cool and unexpected, and it's so beautiful. It's 55-ish, but I'm just in a long sleeve shirt and didn't even bring backup. It's just literally, that's all I have, and it's beautiful. As long as that sun stays like that, I could not ask for a better situation to be in, and it's just beginning. So let's see what's going on in these woods. I can see the spots placed all over. But this was good enough. I don't want to go film the different spots for you, because we've been there, we've done that. It's a waste of time. It's good enough. But I want to look for something else unique in here. Today I'd love to find, you know, just something amazing in here, like structure-wise. It's tough to defer from their language, which when they do to find that where they do like a custom one, where he just went crazy, and it's just beautiful. Those are rare and they're tough to find. You know, when you find these spots, it's always their language, but seeing that is real special. Like, that's very special. Just like me, very special. Very special needs. Let's go this way. So I can try to zoom. I don't think this will help you on this one. You know, because I have people that, like, quite a few people. I even remember the people that tell me, even if they told me years ago, Mark, I watch on my 60-inch screen. That's the only way I watch. Like Jana and John and Bridget, I think, watch on their TV. There's a lot of people that watch on their TV, and I'm like, how do you watch me on your TV? They're like, no, it's fine. I'm like, I don't know. I prefer, or I recommend, if you have a computer, to use your browser to watch, and that way you can change the size of your browser, and it won't be so bouncy, you guys. Look at this, it's hidden. Look at this. I told you it's tribal. Look at that. Come on, guys, don't be chicken. I haven't got anything since I got in here. Nothing. Except the goosebumps feelings. And as soon as I got out of there, I don't feel anything. Let me zoom to this darkness. Hold on a second. I just want a place where they would be. Always look up. That's higher than you think because there's a big ditch in there. You look up, and even if the branches are making X's and stuff, that's all you need to see. Because they have these hidden platforms somehow. And that's exactly where they'd be, because it's the only thing that looks like that in this forest. And there's literally just structures going through it. Nice little fall. It's always, like when it gets to Halloween, isn't you see the leaves change? Isn't it always, no matter where you live, what state you live in, always breezy, like in the fall, and the leaves are falling, and you get that cold feeling, Trying to lean her. Oh, I like this. It goes way down. Look down. There's a platform down there. Same thing. Another spot. This is good enough, though. I'm not going to spend a lot. If they don't make a noise for me soon, or something doesn't happen, I'm out, because I got a lot to do today that I want to get done. This was easy to get here. Look, they got everything down there. All that. More teepees, everything. In each spot, they build a teepee. You guys, our pictures lately have been off the charts. Like, it's absolutely out of control. I would name names, but I don't want to leave people out. I mean, there's so many people. That's the beauty of Colorado Bigfoot, guys. I work with lots of people. It's not like just me. Here's the video. Here's the pictures I have from my video. These are pictures from real video that I'm taking. Just rambling like this, right? In their areas that are coming from all around the world. These are people from all around the world. And that's an amazing thing. You guys, that's a giant teepee. Look at that. Literally lay on their structures and zoom over there. I think that's about 4 or 5 miles, even as the crow flies. And I can't do it without, oh yeah, I'm way up from the truck. Well, I can't lay down. Let's see if I can hold it, and we'll just look. I'm not going to be able to see anything, but just see if I can't, we can pause like a couple of things. I actually do this more. What's that brown thing? They love to crouch too. Always look for crouching. They love to make shapes that wouldn't catch your attention. I'm not really doing that just for that. I'm doing it because I like to force them against their will to make noises next to me. If I'm zooming on the right spot, they will. It's actually happened to me here, except I was a mile closer. This is cool because I'm getting places I've never normally be able to see. It's not too bad for you guys. That's miles and miles away. I can see. That's interesting. What is that? Like a cave entrance or something? See, look at that, because you can tell. Look how choppy. You got your double structures to your right of that blackness. I don't want to move the camera. There's 2 above it. See that? See the structures right there to the right? Like, that's, and then it's like real dark right there. Probably just a shadow, but it's interesting. I don't want to take it off right away. Looks like a cave entrance. This camera's amazing, and you guys, for $800, look. It doesn't get any better. Look at that. I'm not even kidding. Like, it impresses me every day. So we're going through trees, through power lines, right through. Just like flying a plane almost, like a little drone with your view. But I can't see those caves. Like, I want to find where that dude was out in front of the cave and all that. Let me try with my eyes. It's one of the disadvantages of not being able to see your zooms, because you might just see, you could see something cool and just go right past it. I can see that. I want to get some real steady forms for you guys on the tripod though, and I can't get the right angle. I could walk in there almost a mile and get that shot again, maybe. But oh man, is it brutal in there? I want to be able to, if I'm going to do tripod, I want to get you multiple areas. Is that it right there? I don't think so. It's impossible to remember for some reason. You're seeing a lot of shadows, don't forget. Every one of those trees right now is casting a shadow. And typically, where they go if I'm around. I haven't heard a sound. Look at that trident. Look at that trident. And of course, right behind the trident, it's all like, it's all messy up there. I'm telling you, the view, that's got to be absolutely outstanding behind there. I got to get up there one day. I'm just waiting for my helicopter ride. I'm waiting for someone to man up. You know, I'll be like, look, man, here's $1 million. Let's do this. You know, don't give me $1 million. Just let's do it. Do it with me. I mean, you can own Colorado Bigfoot if you want. Don't care. I just want to be able to, you know, to take this, you know, beyond, which I will on my own anyway. But you know, with money, you can really take it beyond. Like I could do things that, and I'd keep that stuff private because I couldn't show the world. They'd probably execute me with what I could really do in this if I had money. It's not me suggesting someone give me money, so please don't say that. So that first zoom, I'm convinced is some kind of shadow because it's still exactly there. Yeah, it's a shadow. I think that was it, wasn't it? That or it's some kind of weird alien. And it changes to aspens, which seem to be very untouched. When you're on the rocks, you're gonna have to look for stuff like that. Triangles, markers. They're not gonna do a Bigfoot world like I'm sitting in right now. All right, that's good enough for now. Sorry for the talking, you guys. Really quick, let me just show you where I've been zooming from. Another weird, strange wallow. Whenever you see these, I swear this is Bigfoot. They just make these special one little places for themselves, for like a couple people or something. And then there's nothing. And then you walk through the woods, you find the next X in the distance. Ooh, look at that. And then you find the next spot here. This is kind of the way it is. And you go across the street, it's one giant world that's all together. These are more like singular big dudes. Trident. Big. Mother trident right there. I would never expect to zoom into them standing there right now because that has had a view of me for the last 45 minutes. But I wanted to get at least a view up there. The trident's a great indication that this whole area is just fascinating. One of the things I try to do is figure out, for myself even, just to figure out the difference to a spot like this. You guys look at the X. Okay? A spot like this versus like a place in a Bigfoot world. Look at that. It's a fork. Just like we find in England, okay? Just like we find in Missouri. Just like we find in Florida. Just like we find... Don't make me go through all the states. I'll name every state. I wonder if I could. I think so. I could probably name like 49 states. I mean, I know all 50, but like if you were just have to name them all, like literally just have go through the map. We all think we could, but you'd be surprised. If you had to do it on the spot, you might forget a few. It's not that you don't know any of them, but you might forget a few. You guys believe me, on one of these Zooms one day, I'm going to blow your mind because there's going to be some kind of mistake made or whatever. He's just going to be right there. You know, I've seen it with my eyes. There's just a matter of time before I get it on the Zoom. It's amazing how flat the dirt parts are. What a great little spot. Teepee structure. Power lines. Now this is way up from where I parked. Isn't this amazing where he sits? Look at the sticks. Look at the sticks. Again, there's a little trail through all the sticks, and he just goes crazy. We have all kinds of theories. I think it's like an alarm clock. I'm like, I know, but it's weird because you got to basically already be here to step on them. Maybe if you step on those sticks, they can hear you from where they really are. You know, I don't know, like underground or in their portal or whatever. Look at the size of those power lines. And they don't stray from them, you guys. They're literally... If you were to walk down these power lines a ways and just keep constantly looking, you're going to find more spots like this. Okay, I'm getting asked for more of this. People want this. They don't care about the trees in front of it, they said. So I was like, okay, drive and do this. see you guys are really concerned for my safety. Because believe me, I will. I'm looking right at the camera. I'll drive down the road and never even look at the road. Don't care. It's just part of the deal. I've almost died. I'm actually an exceptional driver. Not like people, everyone thinks they're good at driving. I was actually going to be, you guys don't know this. I don't want to tell the story right now. Because it sounds like I'm bragging, and I'm really not. But most of you don't know. Almost everybody doesn't know this. Like, I think I've probably told Callie or people that have been out with me. But I was actually going to be a Hollywood stuntman. What do you think about that? Not like a guy that jumps off the buildings, but I was going to be a driver. And I was actually with AJ Nelson. You can Google his name. The president of the Stuntman Association when I was 18 years old was AJ Nelson, who was best friends with my father's best friend. And he's like, you want to be and they were talking among themselves, and AJ was like, listen, send Mark out here. And I spent 3 days with AJ Nelson, the president of the Stuntman Association, who was a real Christian guy. He gave all his money, his millions of dollars away to charity and the church and all that stuff. But you walk in his apartment and he had a picture with every actor you could ever imagine. It was amazing. Burt Reynolds, and especially the actors that were kind of slash stuntmen. He loved those guys. Like a lot of the actors that did their own stunts back then, like Burt Reynolds and all these people. And he basically talked me out of it. Isn't that crazy? Like because I was so good at riding motorcycles and driving cars. Like I could do things that most people can't do. And there was a lack of fear there for me. Like I didn't care. Like if I was going to die, that was great. Like don't care. And that gives you. It doesn't make you normal, but it gives you a nice advantage. It helps to win races, and because when you have no fear, usually there's people with fear, and you can beat them. So you can't be scared in competitions. I think that goes for anything. Anyway, we go in. The story's almost over. We go into. We're at this really nice restaurant in Hollywood, right? We're like in LA. No, we're in Hollywood, like literally, I guess, which is LA. And all of a sudden, there's like this. You can just tell it's just so weird. It's all like actors and like people that work on movies and stuff. And all of a sudden, this voice goes, AJ, and we turn around. There's this whole table there, and you'll know I'm not making this up. There's no way. And they're like AJ, and he's like, yeah. He's like, come over and meet these guys. I come over, and it's the whole crew. To the original, they're literally making the making of Roger Rabbit. Like everyone, Warren Beatty, they're all there at the table, and they all know AJ Nelson, right? So I get to meet them all. We sit down next to them at the table. There's a table next to them, so like a 2 little person table. So we sat down next to them, and then it escalated into AJ was giving me a hard time about something. I was like, at least I know I could beat you arm wrestling. Because I was like this champion arm wrestler, like from my school, my little tiny town, in New Jersey. I could beat anybody, for the most part. And I was like, maybe I could, I was just trying to taunt him. He's like, really? And AJ's he's pretty jacked. This dude, he is jacked, right? And so now the whole restaurant watches me and AJ Nelson, who's and then the cast of Roger Rabbit arm wrestle. And let me tell you something, it was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life because he just destroyed me. I had beat everyone that ever tried. Mostly kids my age, like, and then here it is, this guy was 40, this stuntman, and man, did he beat me bad. And that's my story. It was pretty cool. So I didn't mean to tell you, it just came up. So I was going to be, and he said, Mark, after 3 days, you want a job, you got it. And I was like, you know what? After what he told me for 3 days, I was like, you know what? I don't know. I can't remember exactly because it was so long ago, but he talked me out of it. I see you. I don't see them, but I always do that to them. They're like, what do you mean? He can see us? I could do a double take. I love the people who are like, since when do they speak English? Somebody said, only one time in 5 years. Someone said that to me maybe twice, and I was like, since when don't they? Like, it's an amazing thing, Because I don't know. I know they can speak English. I don't think that's their... It's not even they. Some of them can. I think it's like us, you guys. You don't understand. You're dealing with a million different personalities. Some of them can. How many of you can speak Spanish that are born English? Some of you, but not all of you. It's probably similar, guys. The only reason I would argue that ever is because in my experience, there seems to be a real art to their training. Like they all do the same exact structures. I was watching Michelle's video the other day. Michelle did a really cool video. I was even thinking about like copying it and uploading it for you guys. And see, a lot of those times when you see me when I'm playing the video and I'll circle and show it to you, it's because I'm looking, I can't see my screen. It's like real sunny and all that. Or I would have stayed there longer, you know. I have my tripod with me, my brand new tripod. It's really cool. And if I can get to a spot where I can zoom over, I will. Even if it's just blatant and they know. I'll try to. I can't point the camera. Let me go sideways because I have the tripod all the way out. Now I have to go, I'm going to be right at the edge of a cliff. So it's a little nerve-wracking. I have to close my eyes and be inside the camera. And behind me is one of the most amazing places that I visit. Well, it's about 3/4 of a mile into the woods that way, where all the seats are and everything, and it's amazing. And I'm a little nervous about being on the edge of this rock. I don't think they'll throw me off, but I don't know, the zooming's a whole different thing. Give me a second. See here? Look. It just goes straight down. I mean, that is straight down, guys. It's not that I think, but you know, you got to think really carefully because, you know, they might just not kill you by their bare hands. It'd be too much evidence. But if I just happened to film as a photographer and I fell by accident, you know, they know that kind of stuff. I think I see an X right there. I think these guys like me. I'm just being hypothetical. Okay, that's not what I'm doing now. I'm going to do this. So give me a minute, okay? Okay, this is good. Now, this isn't exactly where I want to be right now, but this is... I mean, what do I know, you know? I'm trying to get this special place, and I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. I can't really see, but at least, no matter what happens here, we'll be steady. And I'm not going to give you my commentary the whole time. I don't think. It may not even be that long here. I just want to get a couple steady zooms. This is so not where I want to be. What about that spot? I guess I have to pick focal points at this point because this is just, it looks like just a big wall of nothing. Let's get where it looks funky. I can barely see. It's okay, so bear with me. Just because of the sun. So even if I see nothing, I might just kind of hover for a little bit, like this. I have to hold that. That's hard, but pretty steady. I like that. Even a tripod doesn't help too much when you're on it, because like if I was to let go, like see, like even, I'm not even zoomed in, so like say here, if I'm not holding it, watch what happens. Watch. You know what I mean? It's just going to go right back into place. You really got to, if you wanted to leave it in one spot, you got to work it and then kind of leave it like that. All right, I say we go on to the scary place. What do you think? Let's see if I can move this. Is there anything worth zooming? You know what? Let's do a quick zoom, even though I don't want to. Let's do a quick zoom here. Just out here, just wherever. Elk, something, moose, Bigfoot, unicorns. We'll take it all here at Colorado Bigfoot. Do I believe unicorns are real? I don't think so. I mean, would I be surprised? No, not in the least, actually. But do I believe, like, even think about? I'm not even going to consider it, actually. But I'm running this cliff. It's very nerve-wracking to me. They could just toss me. Do I think they would? No, but it's just I'm like just thinking about it. So I see a weird. That's right there. It's like a nice rock to zoom on right there. Can't see, so I'm just gonna hold it. Just a kind of a focal point for the area. So pretty up there. Can you imagine being up there? You know, just having like lunch on top of that boulder. You know, that'd be so cool. All right. So kind of a failed zooming there. It's not where I wanted to be, but man, is it great here. Look at this. I was able to cut through and just have this opening. No noises, nothing. Hey, I just wanted to give a big shout out to Brandon. I mean, he is, not like to say hello, but just like to give him props because I talked to him. Well, we communicate like on messages pretty much like every day almost. That he's just been doing a fabulous job. You know, he's the one thing I like about this kid is, you know, it's not even that his personality or he's this great guy, which he is, but that's not what I like about him. It's that he gets it exactly the way I get it, and it's the right way. See, it's people don't understand. I'm not giving you an opinion on, like what I just said earlier might have been an opinion, but not on what I'm doing and how you do it. That's all factual, okay? Like my opinions out here and what these creatures are and where I am is all fact. I'm one of the few people that operate on facts, okay? So this isn't an opinion. I let you know every time I give you an opinion. So please clarify that if you have any question about whether I like in other words, I'm in no question of what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing, and that's why I'll be able to do another 1,000 Bigfoot videos. And a guy that doesn't believe and thinks, Mark, they're flesh and blood apes. It's like, first of all, who said they weren't flesh and blood? Of course they're flesh and blood. They just have tricks. That's all. People are so simple. You know, like, why can't you believe that they're ahead of you and have technology? What is so hard to believe about that? Please tell me why. I'm not upset, but just please tell me why. I don't understand why you find everything in the world so hard to believe. Don't you think that's your problem and not the world? Just seriously take a look at yourself. So anyway, Brandon, on the right page, just watch. Play this message when I'm dead in 20 years, okay? And you'll see that's if he decides to keep doing it. You'll see that you got to see the timestamps he's got. Like and you don't get timestamps like that unless you're really doing it right. Look, boy, I got snow in this corner too. All right, give me a second. X was very special. That's not it. 2 X's. Hey, look at that. Double X. Wonder where they got the idea. Or wonder where we got the idea. Support. Isn't that? I tell you, they can take engine blocks out, right, with those X's they make. Oh, that goes down and flattens out down there. Ooh, where's my X? You guys wait till you see now. All right, so someone messaged me the other day. Mark, I was watching your zapped off 400 mile road. I guess that was the name of it. Zapped off 400 mile road. I had to take out so much of that video. It was unbelievable because I was so zapped and scared and lost, and I was about to spend the night with these mental patient ones back here. Like that's the way it seemed. This one dude was all over me, man. I can't even go into the details. This is a very special place that I'm entering right now. I am so excited. Wait till I show you this X. And then we're going to go up to it, and we'll see what happens. If I'm not going to go beyond because there's some serious zapping going on back there. I can't mentally go through that again today. I can't. And it gets very confusing back there because it all becomes this flat area for like 10 miles, and it's all the same. And you just get lost. It's crazy. Nothing works up here. There's just nothing that works GPS-wide. Like, nothing's working. I used to want a satellite GPS. Look how blatant. Look at that. And then we're going to go to the sickest X that I know they wanted me to see. I know it. They didn't build it for me. But because they had to, they were like, Mark, you got to see this. So here we go. All right, I didn't bring the tripod up here. I knew I'd have some good shots from here. You guys, I walked all the way back there in that video last year or the year before. It was crazy. I remember cutting all the stuff out of the video like, they can't see this. They can't see this. Because you wouldn't understand. Oh man, I might go run and grab my tripod. It's a really steep hill. Look at this. It's like this was not here last year. Nothing was here This is new. Well, here's the deal. See, I got some great views from here. I want to zoom on those, but I'm further than I want to be. This is a mile back from where I get those few little spots I can zoom out of. That mile, it means everything. So I have great exposure, but we could film anything over there and you're not going to be able to see it really. So I'm going to work on getting a better spot for the tripod. And I also noticed a great way to zoom this way. They're right here. They whistled at me as soon as I got out of the car. 2 different spots. Like they were just one each. So one and then another one. These guys are the big ones. These guys, the spots I found back there are out of control. And I might just do it a little bit just to mess with myself because my nerves are so racked from the last time. And I'm not, look how like everything's just moved. You know, and I'm not, I haven't forgot. So this guy wants me, I don't know why I'm obsessed. I forget the name, I forget who even said it, but, you know, he kind of wants me to walk around like this, you know. So I might do that, like if I can keep it steady. A lot of times, here's the problem. You know, you're stepping over that stuff. All right, without wasting your time on this spot, it's not quite what I thought. I don't even see the X. I think I came in like 100, 200 feet, yards from it. So it's like either right over there or over there, but it's just this beautiful, symmetrical, amazing X marking the area so blatantly. And I kind of wanted to show it to you, but you've seen enough, right? We've seen the X's. Just take a peek here on camera, because I don't want them getting me again here, man. I was thinking about it when I was pulling up. I'm like, please don't do that again. I can't do it. At the same time, I said, I need you guys today. This is the kind of thing they do here. Look how loose these rocks are. Yes, some of that can be a bear, but I think they do it too. You know, just so the person that was thinking it was a bear just now thinks it's a bear just now. That's what people can't understand. Definitely a disturbance here. What is this? What is that? What's going on here? I like it. That's a nice piece of poop right there. I like it. I don't like the poop, but I like to see. I like whenever there's predators in the area, so whether that's Bigfoot, which I would bet money on that's not, they would never just stop and take a poop in the middle of I don't know what kind, I guess it's a trail, I don't know, like a game trail. A cut through for whatever trail. And they just wouldn't do that in my opinion. Ever. And so that to me actually looks like a mountain lion, but it was probably a bear. I don't know. It had real poop looking like it almost looked like a person. Check this out. Nothing exciting yet. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just kind of walking you through. Because I know something's going on I missed back here. There's all kinds. Look at that. There used to be a huge boulder right here. I don't know if you can tell. Right in here. And it's gone. It's not even around. Nice bend touching that rock. Don't get that mark. You're already getting back too far. And to my right, look, see this forest is kind of weird. Wait till you see this. I'm just seeing it. Wow. Oh my God. Look at this. Well, I'm just talking about the beauty. Like how all of a sudden everything changes. Then I got my bend pointing right to where everything changes. They zap your brains out back here. I got a giant structure. That's all I wanted. It's right there. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. There's structures there too. Yes, these guys are very tribal types, and that's what I like. It's just my own made-up word. When I say tribal, I just mean like everything's leaning. They're so organized. All their structures look perfect. You know, they leave these little stacks, things like that. I love that. So yeah, just bear with this, okay? Because This is for my own protection. Not that it really matters. It's so weird. Look, you'll just see a little bit of it, but back there's giant structures, right? In here is the most bizarre transition with like this game trail. And there's structures in between, right? But it's like really weird. So you have this beautiful, gorgeous forest, this random weird trail, and everything changes right to my right. Let's see. I want to keep the camera on, even if it's kind of boring, because just in case. And if this way, if they do get me, like while it's running, then it'll be on the camera. And if the camera's running, they might hesitate. Oh yeah, that's a structure. You guys, look at this. Look at the ground connections. All the disturbances, everything's chopped up here. I'm about a half a mile to the right now where I've ever been. I was zapped way back there. Way back. It was scary. These are the big ones. You have to tell me in the timestamps if you even see the others in here. And I don't even mean yet. There's no way you guys are getting me back there. I see back there, it just looks so good. I came in with kind of a weak battery. I gotta do a battery change in a second here, but I want you to see this. Let's go that way for sure. This is the way. This is the way. I'm so nerve-wracked, you guys. You guys know I don't get... Come on, I've done how many videos? 700, almost 800 videos now. And I'm not nervous in many of them, okay? Let's see if this clip will last till I get in here. I'm nervous because look at the footprints. 1, 2. That's amazing. Look, it's the only place I ever find footprints, like, blatant, because he just comes up and they just stay basically right here. He doesn't come up, make all these structures, then just go 6 miles away and give you footprints. You know what I mean? This is his spot. This is where they are. Look at the teepee structure. Everything is here already. I got every in place and every trained nursery school level structure of Sasquatch. They all do the same thing around the world. They're trained. It's the first thing they learn is how to do this as children. That I know for a fact. X. What a great spot. What a great spot. Look at this. Try to walk zoomed. I got footprints everywhere. You know, if I walk zoomed, I can't show you this stuff. This is not just one little spot. This goes all the way in. Hidden. I can really try that walking zoom technique like when I'm in Bigfoot universe. There's great places in there where I can just walk without looking at my feet all the time. I just want to emphasize that you have to be super careful, you guys, because what can happen is you're doing something like that, you're not thinking, even if it's just like that, or you hit here, sometimes things get caught on you and you end up going over. It's not just like a broken ankle. There's like these things stick up and you could impale yourself. You guys probably never heard the story when I saved Callie's life. Yeah, it was this summer. Yeah, Callie, you owe me. I forgot about that. That's at least another 50 cents. I'm not going to credit your life with much more value. So Callie's at least owes me like $4 by now. And I'm going to want it one day. It's going to get up to like $10. And I'm going to collect. I need the support. I don't ask for that enough, you guys. I really do need help. This is such a place to zoom right here. You don't look for a place that looks like you want to zoom there. You look for a place that, like this, that's that far away, that has that good of a view in their place, which is really hard to find. Ooh, did you hear that? Hold on. I'm telling you now, if the birds come in, you know, it's amazing. I should probably start whistling. I haven't whistled yet. Now, I don't know if these guys know me, if they had to find out who I am or what. I've never been right here, but I've been to some of their neighbors within, a mile or two of here. This is a great area. I got birds coming in this way. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to do a battery change. This should be an exciting day.